The Prime is that one guy that you really, really want to be for real. He's like, he's cool as fuck. And yeah, let's leave aside the fact that everyone on the Justice League was like, I'm still iffy about Prime. And then the three Freakatron holes of the Justice League still want to crack. It now leaves much to the understanding and plenty to the imagination that Clark is fucking hot. No homo, of course. Lois Lane knew what she was doing when she acquired herself that super cock. I know what you are, Lois Lane, you freaky asshole. You're the freakiest of them all. Even there was even like a name that the fandom was calling him during his like body raping the Justice League era. Like there was that era where he was like beating the shit out of the Justice League. I remember that they used to call him Super Tweaker Prime. Bro, Superboy Prime was insane back then. I think he's one of the most terrifying things that Justice League have ever faced on ground. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, Crisis, Darkseid, God, multiverse ending, all those kind of things. But yeah, all those things are like world-ending threats. They are a scale at which, even though they are like individual, they're like vast. These are vast individuals. So they are like parts of like whole cosmic trinity, yada 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 yada. It's everyone's problem. It doesn't really feel like, yeah, you're under. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm under threat, but it's like a natural disaster kind of thing. Yeah, those kind of events are more like natural disasters. But Super Tweaker Prime was no natural disaster. This is like a ground level ass whooping because Superboy Prime was the difference between many of the things that the Justice League fight is this. These people are usually unreasonable, set in their ways. They have nothing, they can't be reasoned with, talked to. Many of them have even lost their minds. Like the Darkest Night, for example, there was you can't communicate with him. But you see, Super Tweaker Prime wasn't even malicious. He could be talked to, he could be reasoned with. He just murdered you guys for the love of the game. You see, all these other entities, they see them as lesser beings, all those kind of things. But Superboy Prime doesn't see them as that. He just doesn't see them as people. And that itself brings a certain level of disconnect, indifference that these beings just cannot match. So his cruelty, his brutality was something else because it's like you're playing with toys. You see, even those other people that say, oh, I treat humans like toys, they still view them as sentient beings. Superboy Prime doesn't think of them as sentient beings. And that's where the big difference comes in. Listen, you have to be built a certain kind of difference for the entire Justice League to dogpile you. Not one, not two, not three, not four. The entire Justice League was piling on you. And not like, okay, they were like attacking you. This was literal piling. They literally piled on top of you. And the orders were to the orders being shouted out were literally, don't let the sun touch him. They were trying to outpace this man before the sun came, and they were still losing to a weakened super. Look, that was how terrifying this man was, that everyone had to jump in. No witty banter, no arguments, no discussions. They just did not want this man to breathe. The Prime Loki might go, but you guys get a choice.